Hey, hey, hey! It is me, Miss C. Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Miss C. I am super excited to be here, but you know that already, right? We've established that I am excited every week. However, I am also feeling very ambitious and encouraged today. So we'll use that going into today to piggyback to the excitement that I feel every time I get on to do a video. Um, Today, I just wanted to jump on and just talk about something real quick. It wasn't necessarily written in. However, I felt like it would be a good topic for the channel and just in general because I have just through conversation I've been having with people lately. I felt that today's topic is something that probably could be addressed and may touch other people. As again, of course, most of my topics are good topics, but there are things that people actually go through or have gone through or will go through in life. And I just want to offer some encouraging words or motivation or just that confidence when this comes up or if this comes up. I feel like it's going to come up quite often in our lives. So it's just something I wanted to kind of chat about with everyone. So I'm going to jump into it. I got my drink today. You know, I like to share my drinks with you guys sometimes. This is just water and it has limes, lemons, and oh my goodness, cucumbers in it. And then I cut it all up, put it in the refrigerator, and let it all kind of mix together. And so that's my drink today. I did have some energy tea and some echinacea tea as well today as part of my healthy journey that I am on as well. So just wanted to put that out there. So if you see me getting my drink on here, it's my refreshing little water I got going, okay? Mm. Definitely good. Ooh, got a little kick to it. Okay. So, what I want to talk about today is changing your mind. And I know that sounds like the, kind of topic. However, just in conversation, I feel like we have a struggle sometimes with changing our minds or feeling confident in changing our minds. And so I wanted to just kind of just touch on it a little bit and remind people that you have the right to change your mind at any time, in any situation, if it benefits you, if it is going to bring you peace, if it makes you happy, if it is going to progress you into a forward position in life, then change your mind. You have that right. Sometimes we change our minds, and with that, we unintentionally hurt other people, right? That happens. And when other people change their minds, unintentionally and inadvertently, it sometimes can hurt our feelings as well, right? And so, even though you can change your mind at any point in time, please also understand that other people have that same right. And that a lot of times it doesn't have anything to do with you necessarily when somebody changes their mind. It actually has a lot to do with them. You just kind of catch it a bit. And with them changing their minds, you're able to change your own situation, your own outcome, right? But I think that it's important to understand that in order to evolve, in order to grow, in order to advance, you're going to be changing your mind. And you have to get comfortable with changing your mind and being okay and understanding that you're doing something for you. I have changed my mind a number of times, right? And you don't always necessarily owe people this explanation because I'm a mind changer. Then I feel like I need to explain to you why I changed my mind. And you don't owe people that. It's a nice courtesy if you want to tell somebody why you've changed your mind in whatever you changed your mind, but you don't owe people that. If you wake up today and decide that you no longer want to do this, that, or the third, you have that right. Okay? And people will adjust. People will learn to move on. People's feelings may be hurt. People may not understand. People may think you shouldn't have. And that's okay, right? Totally fine. Let them think that. If it's making you happy and if you see the benefits in it, then change your mind. Please change your mind. Um, we cannot evolve, we cannot grow, like I said, without change. Change is a constant part of life. It is a constant. Nothing remains the same, right? You plant a seed, and when you planted it, it was a seed, right? And as you put it in the soil and as you water it, and over time, it changes from that seed to a stem, and then it from the stem it grows up, right? And then the branches and the leaves come, right? It has changed form. And in order for it to be the best tree that it can be, and for it to produce what it is supposed to produce in the world, and for it to serve its purpose here in the world, it has to change. And the tree does not explain to us why it is changing. We understand that in order for this seed to produce and to do what it was called to do, it's going to go through changes, as are we as people. It is expected, it is necessary, and it is okay. It is okay to say that you want to do this or this today, and it is okay to wake up tomorrow and decide that is not what you want to do. We are in control of our lives. We are the conductors, like the train. You're the conductor of the train. You are the conductor of your own life. You're not the conductor of anybody else's life, but your own. I mean, you have kids and stuff like that. We're not talking about that, because I know somebody's ready. We're not talking about that. You are responsible for you and your happiness, your growth in life, your successes and failures, or lessons, not failures, your lessons. Things like that are all based on your choices that you make. And in those choices, you have to be able to change your mind. You have to get comfortable with making changes. And you have to get comfortable with understanding that some of those changes are going to hurt other people. That's not for you to hold on to. That's not for you to take on. Because if we do that, then we stay in situations or we stay at places longer than we need to be, prolonging the great and awesomeness, right, that we are trying to get to, or prolonging the great person that we see ourselves becoming, because we've stayed too long in a situation that is no longer benefiting us for the benefit of somebody else who is afraid to make a change. That is not for you to hold on to. And you cannot dictate their life. You can only worry about you. It doesn't matter if you say that you do this, well, then this is going to happen to them, and then this is going to happen to them, and then this might happen to them, and they're going to feel this way. You're running your mind into circles about stuff that you cannot change anyway. A change that happens that forces other people to change is now their responsibility. Just like things that happen to you that force you to change are now your responsibility in how you choose to move forward. I've been in, jobs that I did not feel were beneficial. I did not like them. I worked at one company one time, and I kid you not, it wasn't a terrible job. The building was like old and gritty. And when you went in, you went like downstairs into like a basement kind of area that they had set up. And the carpet was old. The building was old. The bathroom was, I was just uncomfortable. I'm just be honest. I was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I didn't even want to put my purse down, keep my purse on my lap and scared I'm going to crawl in it kind of thing. And for other people, it was no big deal. They didn't care. And that's totally fine. But I changed my mind. Yes, I came on to this job, and yes, I said I wanted it, and I wanted to be here, and I was excited. And I have now decided that this is not beneficial to me. I'm not feeling safe. I'm feeling grossed out by coming here, whatever the case may have been. And I changed my mind. Now, did that piss off the people who had hired me? Absolutely. Does that piss off coworkers because now they have to do extra work or extra hours, whatever? Yes, it does. And it's really messed up in a sense. Yes, it is. However, it makes zero sense for me to stay in that situation knowing that I am miserable, unhappy, have anxiety, don't have any peace about it, not looking forward to going there every day, just for the fact of, well, I don't want to piss off the people who hired me. I don't want to make the coworkers feel like this or that. Well, first of all, you ain't gonna see them people again probably, and if you do, so be it. Oh well. I had a lady that I quit a job once, and I didn't think about them people no more. I happened to be walking around downtown Denver, and I ran into that lady, and she was on her cell phone, and she goes, "Oh my goodness," whoever she was talking to. "Remember the girl that I hired who quit? I'm staring at her right now. She's right in front of me. Can you believe that?" That's what she did. I could hear her, and I was like, "Hi," and I kept on moving because I understand that it may have put you in a bad space, but I was uncomfortable. I was not happy there. And I have the right to change my mind because I am my number one priority. My happiness, my growth, who I am is important. It is a priority because I cannot show up to the world and I cannot show up for my friends and family if I myself am not taken care of in the best light that I can. And it's nobody else's responsibility but my own. It's nobody else's responsibility but your own. The idea to just go with the flow in every situation can sometimes be a great idea. However, in doing that, you are allowing other people and other situations to control the direction of your life. You are no longer in control. Imagine that, right? Even the idea to not do something is making a decision. It's making a choice and it dictates the outcome. I want to be in control of my life. I would like to take the reins as much as I can. Now, there are some things out of your control that you just cannot control. But for the things that you can, I want to be able to control them, right? I want to have a say in them. And in that, that means that I'm going to be changing my mind quite a bit. And that's okay. I think in any situation, you are able to change your mind. I do know, like, you know, having kids is probably not one that you could just wake up and change your mind on, right? Because that's a lifelong commitment. Let's just put it out there. Marriage, another one. That is a lifelong commitment as well that people make. However, do I think that you should stay in a marriage where people are beating on you, or you're feeling neglected, or you're being repeatedly cheated on, or you're not happy anymore, if this is not what you want? Do I think that you should stay there because you committed your life to that situation? No, I believe that you can change your mind then too. And is that going to probably affect the other person in that marriage? It may, very well, absolutely. However, I feel like in that or any situation, to know that you are unhappy and to not make a move prolongs things. And it also puts you in a space of just prolonging the inevitable. And it also kind of makes it, I'm trying to think, what am I trying to say here? It kind of makes it stagnant, right? You become stagnant because you cannot grow if you're not changing with the changes in life. And although some changes are more hurtful or harder to deal with or to get over, they're still a part of life, and there was still some good and some positive in that. And I think it's important to know that. I think it's important to confidently say, this doesn't work for me anymore. You can't be real with other people if you're not real with yourself first. And only you know if you can really put up and deal with something. And even if you got into something and said that, yeah, I can deal with it. Oh, it's fine. It's cool. I'm with it. And a month or a year down the line, you find out, you know what? I'm not cool with it. I can't deal with it. It's not something I want to do anymore. You have the right to change your mind. And you should change your mind. You should not stay anywhere any longer than you have to, especially if you're doing it for somebody else. You are just as important as that person or those people. And your life is yours to govern, to take the reins on, and to control as much as you can. And I just wanted to touch on that because I just kind of keep hearing a lot of conversations about things are changing, or, people want to change, or people are changing and they're feeling like, people are still talking about who they were, or, won't let them change because of whatever they've done in the past. And please understand that that is them, that is other people Not allowing, those are other people projecting their own things onto you. If you are growing and you are changing, you are on the right course of life, for one. And for two, you have that right and you should. And do not let other people make you believe that just because 2 weeks ago you was hot and heavy into whatever, and this week you decide you don't want to do that no more, that you are fake, or that you are phony, or you ain't a real one, or any of that. You have the right to change your mind as often as you need to help you progress in life and to get you to the next stage in life and to help you accomplish those goals that you have set out in life. You have to change your mind. You have to go with change. Change is a part of life that does not stop. We are always changing. Things are always changing. And it is okay for you to change with them. And it is okay for you to change your mind at any time. At any time. Forget what people are going to say. Oh, she changed her mind again. Oh, she did this again. Oh, whatever. That's fine. Some people don't have the courage. They don't have the strength to change their minds, and they would surely love to. The sun is really coming in. Okay. I'm like, oh goodness, catch my light now. I think that's better. Okay. Um, so you have that right. And I just wanted to touch on that. I hope that motivates or encourages someone, regardless of your situation. If you are feeling a change, if you are wanting a change, if you were nervous about it, or if you feel like your change is going to affect so many other people, that's not for you to worry about. You are a priority, you are important, and what you want matters. And if you change your mind about anything at any point in time, that is acceptable, it is allowed, and it is necessary. Please continue to evolve and grow because that is your right to do such. And of course, I got some quotes that I find so exciting. And actually, I've said this one throughout the whole video, just talking. But you have the right to change your mind. And I was Oprah who said that, actually. And when I think about it, I think about, celebrities, or Oprah, who had a show. And I'm sure that she maybe on Monday went in and said, okay, everybody, this is what Wednesday's show is going to be about. This is what we're going to do. And later on that day, 5 hours later, maybe the next day, she came in and said, scratch that, I'm changing my mind. We're going to do something else. She had that right to do that. Not just because it's her show, not just because it's her life, but because she has that right to. And it didn't mean necessarily that somebody did something wrong, or that somebody didn't do something, or someone did something as to why. She maybe decided that a change needed to happen and she wanted to do it. And that is your right. And you don't have to explain that to people, right? So even though you may think, whatever, even celebrities, even your favorite celebrity has gotten up and had to change their mind and has gone with it because it was going to be what was best for them in their mind. And everybody around them either got with the program or they got left behind. And that's just a part of life as well, right? People are always going to have something to say. They're always going to have an opinion. They're always going to think that they know best for everybody all the time. It's just a part of life, right? And some people, do it and they're not meaning to be judgmental or harsh or to make you feel like they're better than you. They just literally think they know something. That's their business. It's your choice though. Change your mind. And the last one I'll leave you with is actually by George Bernard Shaw. And I actually like a lot of his quotes. I feel like he's very positive and motivating. But he says, progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. And actually, you can take that two ways, which is really dope about that last part. But I just wanted to leave you with that little words of encouragement and just wanted to touch on that. It was on my mind. And like I said, it wasn't anything that was emailed in. I am working on submissions. I am going to get some, but it was something I just felt would be of good value to anybody because, life is always in motion and we're always changing and we're always going somewhere. And sometimes we feel like we have to stay in a situation or stay somewhere because of how it's going to affect other people. And you don't have to. It's your right to change your mind. And I encourage you to change your mind today about anything that you feel like you've now changed your mind on, that you've outgrown, that you no longer want to do, that you no longer want to be around. If that's people, if that's work, if that's the job, if that's the product you sell, you decide you don't want to sell t-shirts no more, you now want to sell lotions, baby, sell them lotions. Change your mind, okay? Whatever it is, it's your right, and I encourage you to not be afraid. I encourage you to stand confident in your decisions and change your mind as often as you need to get to where you're trying to get to. Don't intentionally change your, tell your friend you're going to help them move their house on Saturday and then wake up Saturday morning and call and say, I changed my mind. Now, yes, you can do that, absolutely. But, in some stuff, really be mindful of how that will affect somebody else. Work with me here, okay? But in essence, you get what I'm saying about change your mind and be okay with it, because it's necessary. Again, thank you for tuning in. I think this one went a little longer than the rest of them. If you have questions or have topics, suggestions, anything, please feel free to email me at thebecauselifestyle@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at chatting with C on Instagram. Actually, I couldn't get the miss in there. It's kind of weird, but that's fine. And stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. Feel free to share if you feel like the words would be beneficial to somebody else. I just like to share. I just like to talk. I like to motivate and encourage. So hopefully you found something today that you can use and take with you. Have a great and awesome week. And know that you are important. You are a priority. And you, my love, can change your mind at any time. And I encourage it. Have a great day.